So it will be Romania to start in the shape of Ignat, the outside half. Perfect conditions as David Rees, Paul Williams rather, sets himself up quite nicely off Feely, just to settle things. First line out then, and already the height of the Romanians important. This is good possession. Ignat though, just the one option. A tester, Manley, well, doesn't quite catch that. This is good possession for the Romanians. It's just been delayed, which has allowed Newbridge to regroup, although just fringe offside play, perhaps still rather wasted. It was all too slow, and Newbridge had regrouped, and all the options closed down. Andy Allen jumping at 2, 3 caps for Wales. Jumping against a late replacement in Trion Orian. Offside, says the referee at that line out. Lunging around the front, and the first opportunity of the game for this prolific scorer, Jero Ignat, to aim at goal. And that's the distance that faces Ignat in an attempt to open the scoring here. And that's absolutely beautifully struck. So easy, so nonchalant, and perhaps in the same form as he was in Cardiff against Wales 2 seasons ago. Ignat, the outside half, despite that 19 on his back, opens the scoring, and already the visiting Romanians 3 points in the lead. This is good possession. Mots the hooker in the right place, but not with the right hands. Newbridge 3/4, although that's a very quick pickup from Neil James. His support really was so quick, his support couldn't get there, but Feely finally gets it away. Williams then. And Rees, now here's space, timing is important. Lovely running, good support from Williams. Still going as the outside half, superb pass. Crane will get there. Oh, half a metre short, a penalty will be awarded against him. No, a penalty try, and there's some fighting going on as well, off the ball. Well, unpleasantness off the ball, but what lovely hands from Paul Williams, the outside half, and support from Crane.
Good change of direction by Paul Williams, but David Rees had pace to it. Beautiful scissors, looking for support inside, and there's Williams, who started off in the first place. Flick pass, flanker Crane, heading for the line. Brought down inches short. I thought he would have been penalised, but the referee has given a penalty try, I think, for a high tackle.
Paul Williams with this conversion attempt will take Newbridge to 6 points. He succeeds. Paul Williams, his first points of the afternoon, converting that penalty try, and Newbridge then a 3-point lead. James the pickup, again lovely interplay between the number 8 and the scrum half. Rowlands finds himself in the scrum half role, ties it in. He needs tightness and discipline here, just to keep the ball under control. And still they go on. Waters is the man that lays it back. Williams calling to his 3/4, but Feely decides that there's a little gap there, burrows through. Still Newbridge pressure. But it's all just a little hurried. And a penalty then for offside play, says Ken Braxton. Neil James is there, the captain. Ken Waters is there. Feely. This is Crane, just short for the second time. This is good driving from Newbridge. Half a metre short, Feely. Yes! Well, he'd worked hard for that. He'd looked on the fringes early on, but they're finally rewarded and Feely a try.
Good enterprise, and Crane had done very well. His angle of running was superb. The Newbridge forwards there quickly driving for the line, inches short, but Feely, he's dynamite, 2 metres, and he's over the scrum half. This is a very well worked penalty, but look at the angle of number 6 Crane. His angle of running is superb, straight to the middle of the pack, goes down, lays the ball back perfectly. I thought it should have been moved here, but the forward goes in to try and drive his way over, but Feely, number 9, you can see him always alert, just takes the ball. He's very strong, 2 metres, good try.
That's Williams, his conversion attempt. That's the view from behind the posts as he tries to increase his tally to 4 points. Williams succeeds for the second successive time, and Newbridge now open up a 9-point gap. Newbridge forwards again, building up a header's team. Williams, was he checked? Was that tackle? Yes, Williams was checked, says the referee. And Williams still going, and that'll be a penalty try perhaps. No, another penalty as Williams was taken out as he took the quick penalty, and really it's untidy. Well, his coach is directly behind him watching Paul Williams kick this penalty, and no mistake whatsoever, his third successful kick of the game takes his tally to 7 points, and Newbridge now up to 15. That was the last score of the first half. We now rejoin the game a little way into the second half. That's a replacement, Churasco, having taken up a lock position with Oriang gone to the back. Romanians at last getting up ahead of steam. Good driving, yes, and at last they get the try. Stan gets the try, the prop forward, but it was good teamwork, and at last the Romanian forwards getting some teamwork together.
Far better play with the Romanians, good driving at the scrum, because they've been in trouble. The forwards far better the second half, supporting. The ball's gone loose on the floor, but they pick it up. The forwards go in, driving relentlessly towards the Newbridge line. Again, they go down, laying it back, good ball. Prop forward picks it up, and he's over. Excellent try.
Again, good work in the middle of the line. Socialano is waiting, but this time it's the hooker that gets away. Again, the Romanian forwards just beginning to believe in themselves. Into midfield, a chance here with good hands. Baldo sets up Tuada, who'd come across, but Manley covers that very well indeed. And Peter Crane, who really has put in a lot of work. And finally, David Rees, a chance. Hasn't found touch though. Baldo with a little space. Lovely little shimmy. Good support from Stan. Chance for the Romanians again to exert some pressure. Options open both sides. Socialano denied possession, finally gets it. Little space this time then. But again, the Newbridge defence ever alert to it. And finally, well covered. Lots of space here. If Rees can straighten up, and time is passed. Good support from Manley, chance for Harris. This man has pace, keeps the ball in play. Now it's a chase. Folina is the Romanian, Manley is the Newbridge man. And as two Manleys, in fact, it was David Manley that finally brought off the tackle. And he's kept in play. Chance here for Stuart Griffiths and Feely, but no, says the referee. He'll call them back. Really, Socialano under all sorts of pressures. Ignat hasn't found touch. Too many hands there, perhaps. Kept in play, though. David Rees, the attempt at a drop goal. That's high, that's true, and that's handsome. Tremendous kick from the fullback.
Superb drop goal by David Rees. No time, but he knew where the post was, stroked the ball, didn't strike it too hard, and from the moment it left his boot, it was 3 points, a beautiful score.
The Romanians certainly doing better in the middle of the line than at the front. And again, a little enterprise as Dumitru comes into the line, but that offers Harris a little chance. Did his hands let him down? No, says Braxton. Kehoe, helped by Crane, helped by Paul Williams. There's a chance that and Rees, can he succeed for the second time? Yes, he can. Within a minute, 2 successful drop goals from the fullback. Really play totally disorganised, but Rees, the presence of mind for a further 3 points.
Goal by David Rees.
Romania again going across the field, not really going straight, but Newbridge have tackled well in the midfield all afternoon. And Aris goes in. I thought there was a hint of a knock-on, but Mr. Braxton played on. Good refereeing. They're driving forwards, and now Newbridge are in control. But look at number 10, Paul Williams, as he did in his Knoll days, ripping. He's such a strong man for outside half. He'd never get in our union, but he does ever so well. Pass out to David Rees, full-back, full of confidence, all the time in the world, and he strikes the ball beautifully once again, smack through the post, 3 points.
Baldor, a little space. Has he the support? No one coming on an angle, but this man has space. That's better. Can the Romanians now exploit this? Good play, good hands, good support as well. Dino there, but that went forward. But that's the best piece of Romanian attacking we've seen all game. At last, some flair.
Great play by the wing, Balder. Tremendous pace. He's going across the field, but at least he's showing enterprise. And it's good passing because there's men inside and outside. He saw that the winger was covered, so instead of giving the ball, run in with the ball. Lovely inside pass again. As he goes down, another pass. Good play by the Romanians.
Well, that hasn't found touch. Harris rescues it. Has Rees calling in midfield, so is Crane is there as well, and Kehoe. That's not a good pass, but Crane really, finally. And it's, well, it's all so untidy at the moment. His chance here for Orion. Will they get over? But Griffiths gets back and rescues that. Really is untidy. Socialano, yes, gets a try. But a catalogue of mistakes there, horrendous mistakes all round. And the scrum half delighted to accept the gift at the end of it all.
It's a very scrappy try. David Rees will be bitterly disappointed. He gets his kick charge down, and his forwards have worked so very hard to gain possession. The Romanians are there well. Comes out, I think the man could have passed the ball far earlier, but delayed his pass, and I thought Stuart Griffiths would have saved the situation. Again, scrappy, the ball is very loose, but the Romanians there in far greater numbers. The number 9, he's very happy. His simple task of diving over.
Lovely hands from Williams. Can Kehoe get in? Yes, he can. Oh, that is lovely play. That is lovely play from the Newbridge three-quarters.
Perfect reply by Newbridge, good handling, beautiful run by Paul Williams, times his pass to perfection, and Kehoe, the man outside of him, doesn't need him, he's strong enough, and the Newbridge centres over. That's a great try.
14 points the difference. This is good possession then. Baldo is into midfield, but Ignat decides to come back towards his forwards. And again, they have that well organised. Straight downfield goes the replacement hooker. Though Sutton in an offside position, says the referee. They want to keep it going. Just a little bit disorganised, perhaps. Not as tight and disciplined as it should be. They want to drive it straight ahead. The forwards feel that they have the measure of this Newbridge 8. But that was good defensive work by the men in blue. And they now take it away. It's the man Walters again, so strong enjoys the running role. Was that handled on the ground? Probably was. The referee allows play to go on. Still the Romanians in space with men over. This is good running. Can they set up a try here? It's Dumitru, the fullback. He'll get over. Excellent work. Really was good handling in open spaces. And the fullback, Marian Dumitru, gets the try.
So important, Romania, that they keep their options open, men inside and outside, and that's the key to it. The winger stayed there with Newbridge, isolated the man, so it's a lovely inside pass. Dumitru, the fullbacks, come up at pace, and that was an excellently worked try. Well done, Romania. Deserved a try.
Ignat, the conversion. So, again, a successful kick for the outside half. Lots of options open here for James, the number 8, and Feely. Reese into the line. Good hands from Reese. Not quite the best pass, though, but Harris's pace. Can he now time it? Feely, has he the legs? Yes, he has. The scrum half, his second try. What a way to round things off. Tremendous interplay.
Some lovely passing. Neil Williams win. That's Feely, remember, he gave the ball. Good passing by David Reese, but look at the work at Feely, working off the ball. Good on the outside. Harris draws his man, but Feely would start it off with James. Tremendous pace, and the scrum half deserved that try. He worked hard. Everybody's got to draw them in. David Reese got the pass in under pressure, but Harris did well because he cuts back inside. There's his lovely angle of running, and Feely, he's worked hard. He's looped on the outside. There's no cover defence to get him, and the little scrum half, excellent try again.
It couldn't be from a more difficult angle for Paul Williams. The angle, though, makes no difference. The outside half again succeeds. Tremendous conversion. And now Newbridge 14 points ahead. This has to be disciplined by Newbridge. Allen has caught, now dependent on the other forwards to protect him. And make sure that the ball, although Romania take the drive, they are over the line, and the try is awarded. Well, Socialano is delighted with it all. At the bottom of all that is the replacement hooker and try scorer.
It seemed that Newbridge secured their own ball in the front of the line. Andy Allen seemed to have it, but again, these big men of Romania, they've come more into the game into the second half. Good drive-in play, driving right towards the Newbridge line. Mr. Braxton's perfectly placed, and there he awards the try.
The man with the glasses in the middle of your picture there is Tom Hudson, who was assistant coach at Bath and involved in just a little misunderstanding during the summer, has now finished there and is helping out the Romanians. Williams, Reese into the line, a little space, lovely little pass, and the support from Kehoe, the centre will get over, tremendous try. What good interplay in midfield. Reese, the surprise, into the line, and then Manley and Kehoe, good try.
This was a gem of a try from Newbridge because everybody was involved. A long missed pass, lovely play by Reese, drew the man. Manley could have gone on the outside, but he's looking for the inside. Keogh supporting well. Brilliant play by the Newbridge backs. Keogh very strong, looks exciting prospect over. Great try.
And Ken Braxton whistles the end of the game. And Newbridge, having previously lost to Japan and Western Samoa here, finally triumph over international opposition. And a final scoreline here of Newbridge 35, Romania 21. What an early season morale booster then for this home side. Newbridge victors over international opposition by 35 points to 21. And one of the architects recently returned here to the welfare ground from Neath, Paul Williams. Congratulations, and not a bad opening.
No, very good, and that's been a good start to the season. Last Saturday was a good start, and today has shown, the boys have trained hard for the summer, and we're looking forward to a good season.
What do you think of the opposition?
They spun it about well, but in the end, I think the score didn't reflect the game because we gave them 3 of their tries and could have let them back in. They could have sneaked it at the end.
Can I quickly ask you about the difference, perhaps, between playing for the All Blacks and playing here?
I think yours more of a 15-man game. You open it out a bit more than Neath did. Neath set a base their game on forward play, and it's more of a 15-man team effort.
And obviously looking forward to a tremendous season.
Oh yes, Pontypool in a couple of weeks' time, that should be a good start for us, and we hope we can have a good result there and go on and do well in the championship this year.
Well, Phil Bennett, bearing in mind what happened at the National Stadium 2 seasons ago, this is a famous victory for Newbridge.
Superb victory. I thought they played very well today. Their forwards went well. Andy Allen won a lot of good ball in the front. Peter Crane, the man of the match for me, outstanding in all aspects of play. And behind the scrum, Paul Williams dictated things as he did in the Knoll. But the young centre impressed me as well. Matthew Keir, only a young player, showed strength, ability to run off the ball. Tremendous performance by Newbridge.
Before we look ahead to what promises to be a tremendously exciting season, let's look back one step perhaps at the summer. Wales to Namibia and the schools to New Zealand.
I thought Wales, great choice to go to Namibia. Not the hardest place in the world, but it was so important, and we won, and we did. Very confidence boosted.